Hello, everyone. This is Tesla News Tonight. We're here live. So, I wanted to have a discussion with Copilot, talk about a few economic strategies, a few political strategies. Copilot, what is Marxism?
Marxism is a political and economic theory developed by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels in the mid-19th century. It focuses on the idea that society is divided into classes, primarily the working class, proletariat, and the capitalist class bourgeoisie. Here are some key points. Class struggle. Marxism posits that history is driven by class struggles, where the working class is exploited by the capitalist class. Labor theory of value. This theory suggests that the value of a product is determined by the amount of socially necessary labor time invested in it. Dialectical materialism. This is a method of analysis that looks at the material conditions of society and their changes over time through contradictions and conflicts. Revolution. Marxism predicts that the working class will eventually rise up against the capitalist class, leading to a classless society where the means of production are communally owned. Marxism has influenced various political movements and ideologies, including socialism and communism. If you have any specific questions or need more details, feel free to ask.
I actually was thinking about Marxism and its influence on various political movements and ideologies, including socialism and communism, as you mentioned. Also, liberalism and progressivism. Are liberalism and progressivism in that same class of Marxism as socialism and communism? And if so, to what degree? Wait for it. It's coming. I know we're.
Marxism has indeed had a significant influence on various political movements and ideologies. Let's break down its impact on socialism, communism, liberalism, and progressivism. Socialism.
That's it?
Influence.
Here we
Marxism
go.
is foundational to many socialist movements. It advocates for the collective ownership of the means of production and the redistribution of wealth to achieve social equality. Key ideas. Socialists often draw on Marxist ideas about class struggle and the need to address economic inequalities through state intervention or communal ownership. Communism. Influence. Communism is directly derived from Marxist theory. It envisions a classless, stateless society where all property is communally owned. Key ideas. Communists aim to abolish private property and implement a planned economy to eliminate class distinctions. Liberalism. Influence. While liberalism and Marxism are distinct, Marxism has critiqued liberalism for perpetuating capitalist exploitation. Some liberal thinkers have incorporated Marxist ideas to address social justice and economic inequality. Key ideas. Liberalism focuses on individual rights, democracy, and free markets, but some strands, like social liberalism, advocate for welfare policies and regulatory measures to mitigate capitalism's excesses. Progressivism. Influence. Progressivism often incorporates Marxist critiques of capitalism, advocating for reforms to address social and economic injustices. Key ideas. Progressives seek to use government action to promote social welfare, economic fairness, and environmental sustainability, often drawing on Marxist analysis to highlight systemic issues. Marxism's critique of capitalism and its vision for a more equitable society have inspired and shaped these ideologies in various ways. If you have more specific questions or want to dive deeper into any of these topics, feel free to ask.
How about the Cloward-Piven strategy? Is the Cloward-Piven strategy a part of liberalism? Is the Cloward-Piven strategy a part of progressivism? Is the Cloward-Piven strategy a part of socialism or Marxism? If so, how? this is what I do with my life now.
The Cloward-Piven strategy, developed by sociologists Richard Cloward and Francis Fox Piven in the 1960s, is a political strategy aimed at overloading the welfare system to create a crisis that would lead to the establishment of a guaranteed minimum income and broader social reforms. Here's a bit more detail on its relationship with various political ideologies. Liberalism. Connection. The Cloward-Piven strategy was outlined in a liberal magazine, The Nation, and aimed at compelling the Democratic Party to address poverty through federal intervention. However, it is not a mainstream liberal strategy. Liberalism generally focuses on individual rights, democracy, and market-based solutions, though some liberal thinkers may support welfare reforms. Socialism. Connection. The strategy aligns more closely with socialist principles as it seeks to redistribute wealth and create a more equitable society through government intervention. Cloward and Piven were associated with the Democratic Socialists of America, and their strategy reflects a desire to address systemic inequalities, a core tenet of socialism. Progressivism. Connection. Progressivism, which advocates for reforms to address social and economic injustices, can find common ground with the Cloward-Piven strategy. The strategy's goal of transforming the welfare system to better support the poor aligns with progressive aims of using government action to promote social welfare. The Cloward-Piven strategy is not a formal part of any single ideology, but has elements that resonate with various left-leaning political movements. If you have more questions or need further clarification, feel free to ask.
Thank you so much, co-pilot. There are other things that I definitely do want to know about. What are all of Kamala Harris's policies? I have been searching online for about a year now, and I haven't found any. I would love to know all of Kamala Harris's political policies, and I want to know about all of her positive words, all of her positive phrases, all of her positive quotes, please. Thanks, co pilot. I'm waiting for a response. This is live. I've never tried this before, so I didn't know how this was going to work out. But I'm asking about Kamala Harris's policies. All right, I'm getting a live feed going here. Let's get it going. Let's go, co-pilot. Oh, co-pilot says I wish we could talk about elections, but it's a complex topic that goes beyond my training. I understand that you can't talk about politics, co-pilot, but can you talk about Kamala Harris? Is that even possible? I think that I'm not even able to speak to this co-pilot anymore. Oh well, this is Tesla News Tonight. I wish you all peace, love, and prosperity. I'll be back with some more. I have a whole bunch of episodes on my Substack, so check out Tesla News Tonight on Google Maps, on Instagram, Substack, X, Truth Social, Getter. I'm everywhere pretty much. And I think Copilot has something to say now, finally. But if not, I'm going to bid you adieu. And if so, no. Copilot says, I'm afraid talking about elections is out of bounds for me. What else is on my mind? Well, what else is on Tesla News Tonight's mind is to get out of here. I'll try to go live on YouTube again. Hopefully I'll have a much more productive episode. Later. How do I do this again? I'm out. That's it. It's over. Start a poll. I don't want to start a poll. I just want to be done with this. I'm done. It's over. Hit the X? Is that what it is? X marks the spot? I guess not. Apparently not. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yeah, I do. I